Hey Heather. So my favorite holiday is upon us. I'm not much of a holiday person in general. However, I love New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. This whole end of the year kind of planning, goal setting time has become my favorite time of the year. Yeah, not for parties or like countdowns or anything like that. I don't really care. Um, but about 10 years ago, after kind of experiencing what I called my quarter life crisis of who am I and what do I want to do and all of that, I started taking time at the end of the year to reflect on the year before and plan out what I want for the coming year. So I thought I would share some of my planning process with you today. I spend really kind of all year preparing for this in that I'm taking kind of notes just all year. So I have the notes app in my iPhone and I just note ideas for goals for the following year. And then I've been kind of lax on this lately, but I try to keep a running record of kind of major things that have happened or things that just felt significant to me and kind of like in order of like roughly when that was because I like to first look back on the year before if I'm going to do my goals. So what I do is I kind of write a letter to myself and I do that in third person. I talk to myself like I'm not me, which is for me really helpful because then I don't get too in my own head and I can just kind of like objectify the situation. So anyway, I look back on the previous year and I write about what happened and how I felt about it and what I thought about it and what worked and what didn't. And then I use that to kind of glean some of my goals from there. And then I also look at the list that I've been keeping from the previous year of all the ideas of goals and things that I have or wanted or whatever, and I start to make categories and put that all together. So as eventually themes emerge, and so I put those all, like, I have like this, every year I have a giant document that says like 2017 to 2018 or whatever. So it's the reflection and then it's listing out these goals. And then for me, the biggest thing, and this process has obviously evolved for me over the last decade, but for me, one of the biggest things is not just saying like, I want to eat better. I mean, obviously it needs to be more specific than that, but also putting in like, I want to eat less sugar and kind of like, here's how I'm going to do it. Like, here are ideas for how to do it. Like alternatives to sugar or what to do when I want sugar or whatever. And then after all of that, I started a handful of years ago putting together Pinterest boards for each year. So those Pinterest boards have their secret Pinterest boards, of course, because personal personal stuff. But I put articles that will help me achieve those goals. So sometimes I'll put recipes on there or like fitness routines or just kind of whatever it is that I'm trying, links to TED Talks and things like that, articles that might be helpful for me like throughout the year to refer back to. So that is a very quick rundown of how I will spend the next few days, and it's super helpful for me, but I'm wondering what is helpful for you. Do you take this time of year to reflect and consider your goals for the next year? Do you make goals for every year? Does it matter to you that it's the end of the year, or could it just be any time to reflect and consider how you want to change and grow? I'd love to hear about it. See you later.